The same fake Pastor Ruga has no say, but he's getting the message. He's getting the message. He had this to say to all of us, young people who want to take over. All of you want to take over. He has a message for you. All of us who are asking them that let us discuss and break everything up. He has a message for us. But none of them matter anymore because he's as empty as the Pangolo Tifnumbu in Lagos. Watch this.
Don't just say it is time for the youth. Don't just say it's time for the youth. And older people must just give way. It's unlikely that that will happen. It is the strength of your ideas and the depth of your organization that will retire those ahead of you, not your age. And I'm also, frankly, not very impressed with the notion that the role and power of young people is somehow postponed until elders have gone, or that there is some kind of generational queue to which we all must subscribe. Even if that was true at some point, that we must all be on some kind of queue. Today, that notion stands on very weak legs indeed. In the era of disruption and disruptive innovation, the principle that we are stronger together than in little parts is a sound principle. And it's my respectful view that those who advocate the breaking up of the country are terribly wrong. Our size is crucial for geopolitical and economic relevance. Our people will be better served by a large, populous and diverse country. As with all big and diverse countries, our business is to make this union work. It is to give everyone a sense of belonging. Is to continue to balance the inequities and provide a socio-economic framework that guarantees everyone a fair chance. All of those waiting on the sidelines, hoping that this big country called Nigeria will break up into bits so that they can pick up the pieces, will be very sorely disappointed. And I'm very sure that those of you who are seated here today will prevent that from happening.
Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Osinbajo.
Do you know that's what they do? Motivational speaker. He didn't say any real thing that should not make Nigeria break, except for the big country. We have a big size. We have blah, 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 blah. All manner of badadash nonsense that they put in your head. While when you leave the hall, then you begin to pray, blood of Jesus, as I'm traveling from Abuja to Lokoja, blood of Jesus, come and bless me so that I don't. So who is deceiving who? You left a meeting that says, are you going to allow Nigeria to break? You said, no. Who is deceiving who? But they have no say. That's the problem. That's actually the thing. They think they have a say, but we are waiting for them to continue to make those mistakes. How do you build a country whereby simply because people are identified as IPOB members, now you have suddenly turned them to ESN? You have everybody that is an IPOB member is considered an ESN member, and at the same time is considered to be among the unknown gunmen, and they have been raiding, and including innocent people that even have nothing to do with IPOB. They have been raiding innocent people, killing some of them, and transporting many of them out of the eastern Nigeria. There's a video making round recently. There are many injustices. So you've heard the story of those school children kidnapped in Niger, right? Those ones they said they wanted to try to rescue. And at the end of the day, they killed some of them. They killed some of their kidnappers. Some of the young children, they got injured. And just 2 days after or 3 days after that, we saw another kidnappers who display another school children and their, and their teacher kidnapped as well, right? Now, you have all of that going on, okay? And somebody come out and he said, your diversity, your bigness, your largeness is something that you cannot just wish away. So it means that you are so big that the whole world may not notice that they have wiped all of you out. Now, if that is the portion that the likes of Osinbajo is probably working on, like those who said, let us just give them another 2 years. Let the people they want to kill, make them kill the people they want to kill. When they leave power, maybe we can now protect ourselves. There are people who have that school of thoughts as well. Like no matter what happened, Buhari cannot spend more than 2 years anymore. They are waiting to be shocked. This is a government that set up people in order for them to be killed, and to justify the killing, they decided to always make sure that they bury that. Something is going on in the eastern Nigeria. The first one I'm going to share with you before going to Ebonyi will open your mind to what I have told my friends many times or many months back, that I don't 100% believe that the ESN or the IPOB have anything to do with unknown gunmen. And immediately after I said that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out in one of his broadcasts and he said that they have nothing to do with the unknown gunmen. But yet, when they staged all their political destruction in Imo State, especially in Owerri, when they blame it on the ESN, we debunked that, and eventually they came out. Just recently, the governor of Imo State, that Supreme Court governor of Imo State, Opu Zodinjo, he came out and he said all the politicians who are causing the problem in Imo State, they should be careful because, and he said categorically, very, very clearly, that the insecurity in Imo State is not caused by the IPOB or by the ESN. But that didn't fly. Okay? But again, watch this. In one of these interview covered, most of you must have seen the video before, but I think I should speak after the video. Watch this.
Policeman that work man that's killing everybody. The man is not a madman. Nothing is wrong with that man. The man always calling on no government, on no government. That is Nnamdi Kanu that sent on no government to come and killing police people. One day he will carry the gun and started killing everybody. He woke up early in the morning. He didn't go anywhere. He just opened her door, come out, scatter window, started shooting all those guests inside house. Started shooting them. Immediately he saw my husband. He just gone and just pieces my husband's stomach.
According to what my sister said, that some of the girls that he killed, that he shot inside, they were still sleeping. According to her, they were still sleeping inside. He had to break the louvers and started shooting them inside. The cook was still inside there, so he shot the guy, but he was thinking that the guy is dead. So the guy now rushed inside the toilet and hid himself. It was when the guy now heard people voices outside. That was when the guy came out. By then, he has told the SAS people that it was unknown gunmen that was shooting the whole thing. Meanwhile, it was him.
As I was washing clothes, my husband just opened it. I saw the man. You can ask that man what is going on, because if you know the man is our neighbor. We normally use staying with the man and discussing, talk, laugh. The man is not a drunkard. The man even is not a smoker. I used to stay with the man. We used to talk. When my husband opened the gate, she saw the man to come and ask that man what is going on. Who is the person that's shooting the gun? And they don't know that it's the man that they went to go and see. Immediately he saw my husband. He just come to gun and just pieces my husband's stomach. He shoots him 3 bullets in the stomach and 2 bullets in the hand.
So, the impression of unknown, if that wasn't really caught there, their headline in Nigeria will say, unknown gunmen kill 5 people. And this is what they have been doing in the past. And they did it just recently. But let me show you something. There is something called ban of open grazing, or open grazing ban, whichever one you want to put forward or behind, right? Open grazing ban in southern Nigeria. We all saw the breaking news when all the southern governors came together to say they were banning open grazing, even though I told you that they are just bluffing. They had no capacity to ban any open grazing. The only people who have, and they have proved it, those who are determined to get rid of open grazing, especially in southeast Nigeria, they are the ESN. Now, take a look at it this way, okay? There is a problem of those who are attacking people on their farms. Forget about just the cows now. They are not just attacking people. They were targeting people and killing them in areas like Ebonyi, especially in Ebonyi, where it is so massive and rampant, okay? And they've never been arrested, okay? Now, let's say those who put themselves together to protect their land, protect their people in Enugu, in Anambra, in Abia, including even in Bayelsa, Delta. There are many areas that, volunteers, just like we have them in Yoruba land, just like you have them in northern Nigeria. They are called JTF. I think that's what you call them. Joint Civilian or something like that. JTF or something. Joint Task Force. But in eastern Nigeria, they were not allowed. At least in northern Nigeria, you have a task force where your hunters and so many other people volunteered to work with your military looking for the bandits and the terrorists, Abi, because we have the report of many, many people who have even been killed for doing that same JTF job, okay? Now, in eastern Nigeria, they are looking for Fulani terrorists in the farms, okay? Those who have butchered and killed people. No joke. The last one they did in Ebonyi, they killed over 100 people in just about 3 weeks. So it is real. Now, when you have such in your community, what do you call them? You don't call them Fulani herdsmen. You call them terrorists. Now, you have the right to pull yourselves together if the country can protect you, and you put them together, you call them the vigilantes. Vigilantes are those who come together to protect their community under their accord of keeping everybody safe in that community and warding off any invading attacks. Now, in Nigeria, they know that in eastern Nigeria, the people that they are going to send, the people these vigilantes are going to go after, they are Fulani terrorists that are deliberately on a mission to every part of Nigeria. That is why today, even you as a northerner, dealing with all this manner of terrorism, should be kind of glad enough that some people were able to stand up and defend themselves without having to wait until their own children become kidnapped victims in the hands of bandits. And then so that when they stop them there, maybe everybody can now join hands and help them stop them at yours. But you seem to be happy. You want them to continue. You continue to change the narrative. You continue to change the story. You continue to lie to yourselves by saying the reason why the ESN, Eastern Security Network, or IPOB members are pretty much angry and they never want to see any Fulani terrorist in their land is because they don't like you. You, who is living in Kano. Why are you so mad that somebody and his family who are encroaching on people's land in faraway Enugu, they are being told to go back to where they come from, because they come from somewhere, didn't they? If they come from Kano, what happened to their land in Kano? Who took over their land? Who took over their land in Nasarawa if they are from there? But you are so angry. You are not angry that people are being killed. 100 people killed in about 4 or 5 communities in a state. Waiting be their offense because they try to stop the Fulani terrorists from attacking them. Anyway, we have seen those who have done it, and this is what they do. To all of you who want to know who are the ESN, who are these volunteers, who are doing this Lord's work, they are doing a thankless work, a work that Nigeria want to kill them for, the work that the Buhari idiot want to see them humiliated for, the defense that they put their lives on the line for, that all the Buhari diderins and some of their uncles and aunties abroad, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers and the Mumu lecturers, they want them to be killed for. They don't have a fight with security men. They don't come into cities. You will never see ESN member and their guns in any part of, city of Igbo land. That is something that the media in Nigeria should be working on to help them, to help them tell the whole Nigeria to debunk the genocidal, mission of Bokwari. These guys don't live in the city. They don't come to police stations. They don't go anywhere. They stay in the forest. And whenever they do, right, they sometimes share their work, which is a thankless job, like I said.
This Eastern Security Network data state, we are covering our forests. You can see this is the Fulani camps. The Fulani caliphate that threaten our state, that are going to make our state ungovernable. Eastern Security Network has come to make sure it's en masse. Cover your face. Eastern Security Network, Delta State chapter, have arrived their camp. So you can see, this is the forest, this is the woodland they have taken from us. What you are saying, no. I use this medium to tell the world, Delta State as a whole, that Eastern Security Network Delta State chapter have deployed all our men to the 25 local governments of the states. So our mothers and fathers, don't be offended, don't be worried. Just calm down. We are there, all local governments of the state. Whenever there is any problem, we'll make sure, just call on the right people who attend to you people sharply. Eastern Security Network Delta State. This is the camp of the Fulani Caliphate. Yes, you can see where they are. You can see them. That's why they are boasting. You can see them. See them. Who say no. We are telling them that we don't want to see them again in our land. You can see. These are the views. They are hot. They are making sure that we destroy everything. We destroy everything. We say no to Fulani herdsmen in our community, in our land no more. We say no. We say no. We say no to Fulani herdsmen. Delta State is formidable. Delta State is formidable. We make sure that they will not step their foot again in our land. Delta State have been taken care of. Yes, Eastern Security Network under the leadership of Mazin and the Kalom is here, making sure that we take everything, we destroy everything. We are formidable. Under the leadership of Mazin and the Kalom, today is 21st. Today is 21st of June. We are taking charge. Eastern Security Network Delta State chapter.
There is more. Where they were chasing cows and they were shooting guns. I would have loved to share that with you, but we can hold on to that. Okay? That's what they do. You don't see them in the city. Their job is to ward off these invading terrorists. Whatever they have told you, that is what they wanted you to believe, so that they can go into the interland, into the heart of Igbo land, and they can pick all their young men, young women, boys, and kill as many as they can kill, send many of them out of the whole place, and get the whole place deserted and desolated, so that they can, you know what I mean? That is exactly what Bokwari is planning. That was exactly when he said a dot in the circle. And this is the trap that they are using. It's like putting a little, what do you call it? Small target on the hook, where everybody will just, once everybody bites it, they will not suspect everything else going on. They want chaos. They want anarchy. They want lawlessness and the breakdown of law and order, okay? Because in that part, he's been advised already that if he declared that he's suspending the constitution, the military will back him. Do you get that now? So they will just make him your president, and they will just get the military to surround him and surround their presidency there, and that's it. And if they say we can't conduct the election when all of you are fighting, look at what is going on in the East, look at what is this and that, we cannot do anything, we just have to suspend the constitution. And right before your eyes, the revolution you have been saying no to, you will join it, even though you may not believe that you are prepared for it. Because that's what they are looking for. Set up the Eastern Nigeria, set it on fire, kill as many as possible, call them this, let everybody believe the lie, let them know that they are troublemakers, and the only solution is not to talk to them about what they want. The best thing to do is what? Is to kill all of their boys and all of their youth. You know what will happen? All the young people they are going to be picking up, and the ones they have already picked up, for the ones they have killed, there will be children of PDP, children of APC, children of APGA, children of pastor, children of your congregation in your church, your children from your own school. Many people will be attacked and killed. In the process, you will realize that Boko Haram is not after IPOB. Boko Haram is not after ESN. Boko Haram is not after the Igbos alone. Boko Haram is after everybody, whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Yoruba man, an Hausa man, and a Kanuri man, a Ijaw man, Efik man, Yoruba man, Nupe man, wherever you come from. Yeah? Trust me, is devils against you. And by the time you realize this, it will be too late for some of you. It will be too late. Listen to this guy.
3,000 as a target. I'm dying in Yobe. Here, look at how they burn our team. Look at how many people have died. Nigeria, look into our problem. Nigeria, look into our problem. We are dying. No helper. What are we serving this country for? Why? Nothing. Hungry servicemen. God is there. Thank you.
You might want to feel sorry for him until you see the real work that make his work hungry work. No nothing. You are a police officer, you are watching my video. When they say go out and shoot and kill, you say it's because you are obeying order, and because it is the job you have. And because it is the job you have, you can't leave the job. And you'll be rather kill your brother in order to get paid, if you ever get paid, right? Buhari is not after the protesters. Buhari is not just after the revolution now. Buhari is not just after you. Buhari is not just after me. Buhari is not just after those you think are his enemy. All of you, if you think deeper, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, from everywhere you come from, look at me very well. Buhari is against you. His policy and everything is against you. You will find out very late. And the supreme price to pay is with your lies. That is something that you can always fight for. That's something. It's not just against those people. A government that arrested somebody who wanted to go and buy something in Akure during the NSAS protest. And the same system kept her, where she was pregnant and she had a baby in prison for protesting, or in Nigeria for protesting. But when you see the side barbarians, the suffering and smiling born to suffer, Erukus, the Hallelujah boys, look at them. They are watching me right now. Look at them. If all of you, if to say the same, the same change God you pray to help you keep Boko Haram, the Punisher, to punish you and continue to punish you to this day. If to say that prayer they work, some of you won't be watching me today again. 4 years ago, your prayer would have been answered. You will never hear from Maiyegun again. But I'm still here, and I'm still watching and talking about how Boko Haram has turned your life into hell, while you pretend that you are better off. Meanwhile, you are now living in a country known as the poverty capital of the world, where only vibes and inshallah is the energy. Isn't it? I am still here, Maiyegun. I'm still waxing stronger. Yes, I still have a long miles ahead of me, which I'm going to use as long as you live, to remind you that you see a government that ruined justice and punish victims in order to cover up. You see, when you commit a crime and you commit another crime to cover another crime, you will have a deluge of crime, trailing you. This is the criminal system they have in Nigeria, whereby just give a dog a bad name and then you can go ahead and hang it. That's exactly what they have done to the Igbos. And I am crying out because, like they said, when they came for the Jew, you didn't answer because you are not one. When they came for the Romans or the Catholics, you said you are not Catholic, so you were not one. When they came for the Muslims, you said, no, you are not a Muslim. When they came for this or that, until they came for you, and you realize that there's nobody left to defend you. We saw them how they came for the Hausas. We saw what they have done in the Middle Belt. We have seen what they are doing right now in Igbo land. They tried it before. They couldn't wipe them off. Bukwari today think he can, even as dumb as he is. Yeah, in 1967 to 1970, you can tell today that there's no up to 1% of those who are the Igbos today. In fact, there is no up to 0.002% of those who are now Igbos today, the Biafrans who are now living outside Nigeria. Back in 1967 to 1970, it was easier for them to commit that genocide and bury it. If they try it now, they are trying it now, and they're going to pay. They are going to pay so bigly for it. You get what I mean now? So, they are dealing with the Igbos. I'm a Yoruba man, and I know they will do the same thing to me. They will do the same thing to my brother. They won't care that they once joined down together to bring these terrorists to government. They will do it to everybody because Bukwari is not just against the Igbos. He is against the Yorubas. He is against the Hausas. He is against Fulanis. He is against the rich. He is against the poor. He is against himself. He is against everything that is morally right with human. And therefore, it will be very, very foolish of you, honestly speaking, to think this is me versus you argument. If you can think deeper, there is no reason whatsoever for any northerner to find joy that they are burning down the eastern Nigeria when they have already set the northern Nigeria on fire, set the middle belt on fire, set southwest Nigeria on fire. The entire country is on fire. When you allow them to take it and pass, when you continue to join them to victimize the victims and blame the victims, what you are doing is that, like we say, it is a turn-by-turn Nigeria limited. As they have already democratized this injustice in Nigeria, if you pay attention, now everybody go chop the breakfast. They did something. They did something in Ebonyi. And I know that it is Umahi that is trying to prove his loyalty to the terrorists in Abuja, sacrificing your own young people, raiding them up because you could see them with the emblem of IPOB. And then you brought about loads and loads of guns. And they are so stupid with the display of guns. When the police in Nigeria are displaying people they claim to be criminals, there will be no gun battle, there will be no nothing. But they'll bring out all manner of weapons from their own armory, display them. It's such a shame. The injustice that brought about this whole mess in the first place, they are not helping it. They are making it worse by roping in innocent people, making them, say stories that doesn't really match up. But it's Nigeria. They have to do it. Dave Umahi, you did this to your own brothers. You did this to the children. And these are the children that will grow up. They will remember this. The trauma. The fact that you made them go through this hell for this political satisfaction or political loyalty. Dave Umahi. Watch this, by the way. I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but I don't feel good. But again, this is part of the injustice. They are raiding innocent people, accusing them of a crime they didn't commit simply because they are identified as IPOB or ESN, same way they are going to do to us in Yoruba land when they will begin to pick up our young people who are boldly walking about today, organizing their rallies until when they unleash that same terror on you. What I'm telling you right now may not make any sense to you. This is part of the injustice we are talking about.
We were arrested at Agobiko local government in Ebonyi State after a meeting So we are trying to go to Onike's police station. So after set and done, we launched at Okpoko Zekona at Onike. Before we got information that the soldiers has blocked the road to the station. So for us to now return to our camp, on getting to Agobia Parish, the vigilante now caught us. So after everything, they called the Bago Security Network. They now took us to the station. But if I'm referring to the indigenous people of Biafra, that is IPOB.
How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
Are you in school?
Yes,
Which class? What class?
SS2.
How were you recruited? How did you get involved with that?
It was on 17th January 2015 when my cousin, which is named Kelechi, came to me. So he based at Lagos. So he was telling me that IPOB, that they don't like the way the Fulani herdsmen are maltreating our brothers. So that they have to divide Nigeria so that they can stay on their own to avoid any maltreatment. So that was how was he was telling me on that 17th night, that 17th January. So after everything, I sat down. That was 18th. I sat down. I was thinking that this what this my brother told me is true. So after everything, I listened to a broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu about the Fulani herdsmen. So after everything, I decided to join them. So I didn't join that 215. I stayed 216. Then 217, I joined them. So that was how I joined the IPOB.
Okay. Let's go back to the meeting you talked about. The meeting was what was it all about?
We have two purposes for the meeting. Number one, that Oneke police station. Then two, how to visit our brothers. How to go and bring back our brothers in Imo State. For this all this crisis in Imo State, it's also for people from Ebonyi that joined with Imo State. So this was the two reasons why we joined why we called for the meeting.
All right. So how were you arrested?
Okay, it was on Sunday night. After we are going back, it has okay. Let me say it's on Monday morning, early morning, because it's almost to. I left the school that I slept that night by 5:16. So on my mind is that the vigilante has all of them has gone home or they have slept off. So I entered bike with one of our comrades. So we now move. Then on getting to Agobia, so they shouted at us we should stop. So we stop. They asked us where we coming from. So we pretended as if we are securities at the school. So but they pulled our clothes and saw the mark that they saw at the body of others. So they now say we are members. So which true we are members of IPOB Freedom Fighters.
Okay. What about the killing of the soldiers? Were you involved in any way, or did you know any person that was involved?
Many was involved, but like I knew it was about four of them. That was Sonny, Onyame, Danny, the one that drive keke, and one called Monday. Then I was the one that sent to go for that Amasre Junction to spy at that place. So on getting there, I called them and gave them every information. So not less than 30 minutes they arrived. So that was how the killing of the soldiers was organized.
Okay, let's look at your expertise, in arranging directions for the attackers. Tell us more about that. You are good in map drawing for IPOB.
Yes, I draw map, I spy, I give information, I rescue.
Do you fire?
I didn't fire.
But your own is to spy.
Yes. and give information and roadmap. Yes.
So far, your own group, of the IPOB freedom fighters, how many people have they killed so far? That's the military and the police.
That was last year during the NSAS. We lost three of our comrades, which was the one they killed. One of them was killed here. Then two of them was at CPS on the day of CPS.
What about security officers? Have your group or your arm killed anyone?
They have killed many of them because the one of Isheke, it was also organized by our group. The one of Oneke was also our group. The one of Ono Ebonyi is also our group. So the one of that CPS, the arms we collected was held by the Onyami, which is known as Francis Nkwede. So after said and done, when we was arrested, I just decided because I didn't expect that IPOB would lead me to police station. I've never expected that IPOB, as in, I've not even dreamed it for one day, think that one day like this that I'll be handcuffed in a police station. So after everything, I decided that I will remove everything concerning IPOB from my body. Then when I'll be set free, I will know that I'm free indeed. So I give them everything they ask me. I gave them every information that I know. So after they recovered 3 AK-47 from Onyami.
Did they arrest him?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me ask you, what happened to your academics? That is education. All this while you are engaged in freedom fighting. So what happened? Are you going to? Have you been going to school?
I'll be going to school because they normally give me time. If the one that gets from Monday to Friday, I will not go, but the one of Saturday, I will participate on that one. So, but this one that happened of recently that the police arrested us because our school is on break. So I didn't expect that the police station, that the police will arrest me during that time. So it was this time that I've not been to school.
Let's look at the
I'm sorry that you have to listen to all of that so long. It's very long. It's about 15 minutes. But I decided to play it long enough so that what I watched and what you just watched now, or we all just see now, right? Can you tell me, in all honesty, that this make any sense? There are many of you have been pointing out all those lies. The stories are not making any sense, right? That boy speaking, he said he's 17 years old boy. Okay. And he heard about IPOB and ESN in 2015 when his friend returned from Lagos. Now, a 17 years old boy in 2021, 2015, that was 6 years ago. So if you take 6 years out of that boy's age, that means it's going to be 11 years old boy in 2015. His friend returned from Lagos. I don't know the age of his friend. All right. Then he said he joined ESN a year or two later. ESN did not start until year 2020, which is last year. This young man also said he's the map drawer, whatever that even means. But do you know what I actually got from that interview? Because there's another guy who also spoke as well. These were court boys arrested during their raid, and some of the innocent boys that they picked up, right? And they picked this particular one. Can you talk? Just say you are ESN member. Okay? Once you do that, we'll give you a deal. Whatever it is, the stories don't match up enough to describe somebody who is part of ESN. And for the past 2 months, since Hopeless Uzodinjo has been doing so much before he changed his course, right? Doing so much to blacklist IPOB for all unfortunate governance or what have you there, or government. He's not had the opportunity, not for once, to lead the Nigeria military to the exact where the ESN members are. They've not really engaged them. But whenever they want to really prove that they are doing something, because they know those areas where they are holding meetings. IPOB meeting, before these guys begin killing them, and their leadership said they should never, they should call off, suspend all meetings of IPOB, because wherever they are meeting now, the government will go there and start killing them. Even though they are just ordinary people meeting, discussing their situation, they will be shot and killed and arrested. So they suspended meeting. But before now, these are like regular meetings in Eastern Nigeria. Every community, everywhere. So therefore, politicians know them. They know some of the guys who are IPOB members. They know them. They know they don't carry guns, they don't do anything. So when they are, when this whole ESN started, they know where the ESNs are in the forest. But they don't go after them. They would rather go after those buildings, houses, places they know. They know that this used to be IPOB meeting house. Now who get them? This is another man now. He's IPOB member. Though they have not had their meetings for a while. Soldiers will come. They will mark those places and they will start burning things down. They will start shooting and killing people. Imagine that. That's the situation in Eastern Nigeria. And who is doing it? Boko Haram. In Northern Nigeria, somebody else is making a kill.
Baba will simply go into the vehicle, open the bonnet, and demonstrate to you how he concealed the weapon. While Baba was being chased by police operatives, this damage occurred to the vehicle. As a result of this damage, we've realized that the bonnet can no longer take the number of weapons that it usually will take. However, Baba will just do a quick demo for you and then we'll return back to base. Baba, enter your motor, open your door, open your bonnet, and come and put the gun. What do they call gun for outside? You put Bindika in a bonnet. Chicken bonnet. Leave him. That's your wow. Yeah. Okay. So. Look your back. You're not going to enter. Because of what? Because of touch it. Tell them. Okay. There is a weapon already. There is a weapon already neatly concealed here. Baba just told us that because of this push dent in, that he might not take further weapons. But Baba, how many guns, how many bindiga did they enter here? Huh? I mean, talking for English. 4. So you carry 4 guns. Where and where you don't carry gun go before?
Baba said he has conveyed these weapons severally along Ifon, Isonlo axis, and that the people he conveys the weapons for are mostly nomadic Fulanis. That his role is simply to take the arms from one point to the other where they need it, that they will come out from the bush, take delivery of the weapons, and continue with whatever purpose they want to use them for.
Ask them how much did they pay for it?
They pay him 250,000 naira for every delivery.
Ademo. And that's how some of you probably don't even know how they move their weapons of kidnapping and all of that. Now you do. And they are calling him Baba. Baba. However, that is also to just give you, and just to give you an insight into the small and, should I use a small and big arms, infiltration or proliferation in Nigeria, as they love to call it. Yeah, that means that when they told you that there are more guns in the hand of people who are not military police, these Fulanis, that's one of their methods, by the way. Now let's come back to the story of setting up the Eastern Nigeria to gaslight them so that they can use the Eastern Nigeria as the launch pad for the anarchy that they've already schemed, just waiting to unleash right now. The anarchy that will likely keep Bokwari in power, run Tifnumbu to his grave, and send many of the rest of them, including Pastor Ruga, to wherever they're going to send him to. Maybe they're just going to put trump-up charges on him and then they will send him to jail. A lot is going to happen by the end of before the end of this year, and by the time you get to your 2022. And when you watch that video again, you can tell that a government that is so desperate, the police force that is so desperate to frame innocent people, drag them in, and eventually just to prove a point, and the same people think those who are victims of that are going to just walk away and say, thank God that I was not killed. And that society where you have people who are having a bottled anger, and that bottled anger is what will eventually be the revolution that many people are pretending not to be interested in. It's coming to that stage. The Yorubas are asking for Oduduwa Republic. The Biafrans are asking for Biafra Republic. The only way to let everybody know who is going to get what or who is not going to get what is simply for you to call for a referendum. Some of you may say, how? We have told you severally. Call for a referendum. People will figure it out. 11-year-old boy, 17 years old boy who heard about ESN and IPOB in 2015. Therefore, means that he was just 11 years old boy. They decided to turn his face off the camera, and they were speaking for him, asking him some stupid questions that are completely scripted. And you think justice is that? A country that lacks justice, that you can even see a police officer.
3,000 as a sergeant. I'm dying in Yobe. Here, look at how they burn our team. Look at how many people have died. Nigeria, look into our problem. Nigeria, look into our problem. We are dying. No helper. What are we serving this country for? Why? Nothing. Hungry servicemen. God is there. Thank you.
There's nothing we concern God, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that God will do it. God will judge them. Those who belong to that school of thought, right? They are long gone, okay? God will not judge them. You will get frustrated enough to fight this back. And I'm so happy that my generation is kickstarting that. I am so happy that, yeah, if you don't agree, it doesn't matter. People who knows the danger they are in, they are reacting. This was from Ijebu. If you need to take a look.
Live at Ilesha Breweries Express. The bandits cow Riara. People are pursuing them, sending them away. They are pursuing them, the flagers. They didn't want them to settle. We didn't know where they are coming from all the way. But kudos to the Yorubas, to the OPC for a work well done. For this, they really tried, at least to pursue the people away from this town. You can see we have thousands of cows and thousands of cow riara following them with their cows. That means these people have something in their mind to do. They really have evil plan against Nigeria. Because if you can see them, there are really many. Going live at Ilesha. Live at Ilesha.
That's Ilesha, rather, not Ijebu. The one from Ijebu, which I think I've shared that with you before now. Anyway, yeah. However, I also got a video which was sent to me tonight, just right on time before we started the program, and I decided to share it to all of you who are actually reaching out to all of the organizations, the security outfit groups and all of that in Yoruba land, sending them money, logistics and everything to continue to make their presence known all across Yoruba land. Thank you. I got one which was delivered to the OPC, the people who have put together their own security team that cut across Yoruba land as well. Resources, logistics. Thanks to all of you who have not just kept your cool and just listened to the whole thing and move on, acting and making this happen. Thank you.
I want to sincerely thank Yoruba Rescue Fund, the Yoruba in the diaspora, for this wonderful gift. I can assure you that Are will ensure an equitable distribution of the motorcycles all over the length and breadth of Yoruba land. And I can also assure you that it shall be built to an equitable use and for a just cause. Ní abẹ́ àṣẹ Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún Ìbà Gani Abíọ́dún Ìgbàlà, mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ Yorùbá Rescue Fund, àwọn Yorùbá tó wà lókè òkun pàápàá jùlọ fún ẹ̀bùn yìí, ẹ̀bùn mọ́tòsáíkù tí wọ́n fi ta ẹgbẹ́ Ìlọrẹ Oòduà People's Congress OPC. Àfi dá yín lójú wípé Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n á rí wípé ẹ̀bùn yìí, ẹ̀bùn alùpùpù yìí, mọ́tòsáíkù pé wọ́n pe káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Iṣẹ́ tí ẹ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ kó ṣe òun ló máa ṣe ní agbára Ọlọ́run àbúṣe àpò ṣe.
All right, Shemani.
So, Yoruba Rescue Fund, you have heard about it, okay? I'm going to look up for their link. To all of you who actually know about Yoruba Rescue Fund, you can please share the link with my friends here, or the account details or direction to how to get to that. It was sent to me just before we started the program. So, and I love it. I just added it to them. I added it to the program tonight. Thank you to all of you who joined. Let me tell you this. If you are just watching, okay, relax. You can always, watch this from the beginning again, okay? I'm not taking calls tonight, so sorry. Yeah, there's something that came up that we have to take care of.